circuits and systems. Very good. See, there was one incident. Last week we have sponsored for some of the students for an event in Singapore, underwater vehicle. Those students have taken part, they have been selected and they have attended the event and they have returned back. And it's a celebration moment where we called all the faculty members and we have asked them, whatever that's an underwater vehicle. There is one society called Oceanic Society. Oceanic Society. Are you IEEE member? Yes, sir. Are you member of Oceanic Society? No, sir. You have attended an underwater vehicle, water system. It's an overlap. So you tell about the society. First, we have attended an Oceanic Society sponsored event in Malaysia. Event was sponsored by Oceanic Society. Are you member of Oceanic Society? No, sir. Don't expect a faculty to come and tell you what is good for you. You know what is good. You are not a kid anymore. You have been given a responsibility of deciding the nation's fate, and you are not eligible to decide the responsibility of your own fate. What is this? So I want you to have a self-realization of what is the potential that you have. Make effective decisions. Today we are in the era of digital era, Internet of Things. Many things are possible. Even impossible things are possible. Chandrayaan 3 has been achieved by our country. So you have to be a member to do something phenomenal for this country. For that, first you have to decide what is your capacity, what is capable by you. Sir, I am not capable of anything. The body will tell you. I would mind to check is capable of doing something. So make all serious about that. உடனே அந்த மூஞ்செல்லாம் மாறிடும். இங்கேருந்து பார்த்தாலும் தெரியாது. டக்குன்னு புரியும். அப்புறம் கொஞ்ச நேரம் அவனை பக்கத்தில் இருக்க பேசணும்னு முடியும். ஃபினிஷ். ஏதாவது பேசிட்டே இருப்பான். ஏதாவது ஒன்று சொல்லிட்டு அப்படிதான் வாழ முடியாது. எவ்வளோ கஷ்டம் தெரியுமா? எல்லாரும் தோணி ஆகிட முடியுமா அப்படின்றது. எல்லாரும் தோணி ஆக முடியாது. பட் யூ கேன் பி யுவர் செல்ஃப். யூ கேன் பி பெட்டர் தென் தட் இஃப் யூ டிசைட். Whether you are going to decide that or not. So this kind of conference will give you an opportunity. As an engineer, there is a lot of design thinking which is possible. Embedded microcontroller and VLSI controller, embedded system. Final year project, see there are few things which we have made it very clear. Final year project should not be purchased. We are almost achieving that after this innovation ecosystem that is happening. Final year projects should be a continuation of your seniors. Earlier we used to have projects which is even 15 years, 20 years we have been in a 29 years old department of Israel. So 29 years old department, we have all the 29 years old projects in the library. How many of you are aware about it? The senior project, we have not linked this establishment. So now we are connecting that with the SAP code. What is the SAP code? Sign up message action program. So we are connecting, we are making all those, we are completed for last 5 years. So we are trying to make even before. But after that, you have to continue with the projects. Everyone is smartphone. How many of you have a keypad phone? Any one of you? Keypad phone. You will use a technology which is latest, but you will not create a technology which is needed by others. Which is right or wrong? Which is right or wrong? See, Apple, we are trying to establish a center in our country. EV vehicles, there are n number of companies, even Tesla they are talking about, yesterday they have laid off 14,000 people, Tesla. How many of you are aware about it? But Tesla is trying to establish a center in India. Manufacturing unit, they are trying to bring it to India. For what reason? They have more money. For what reason? There are two reasons in this country. One, it has high level of consumers. And what is the other reason? Raw material. Raw material. this country possesses. You people, you are the raw material. You are for any industry, we need a raw material. For this kind of service industry, the real raw material is people. And this country has highly potential, highly energetic, highly influencer, youth generation. So there is a huge belief on you. How many of you believe yourself? So please raise your hands. If you are not believing yourself, try to understand what is your potential, what is possible by you. So there is a long way to go. Today's guest, Benali, Chair-elect IEEE Malaysia section. So Malaysia has been a second home for me. I have a relative over there in Malaysia. They are in Telugu, which is in Ipoh. There are 3 sessions in IEEE. We will try to establish one session in Ipoh, sir. We will try to have establish one in Ipoh. My cousin sister, they studied in Protonus things, and there is other things. There are a lot of collaboration which can be done. And Samir sir, a few minutes of what we have discussed, I understood that he has a passion towards that innovation and the quality publications. So we have our quality director with us. So the publications, India has was not there in the top 10 position of paper publication 10 years before. So we are the 3rd largest paper publication, number of patents in the entire world today. So we have made a great attempt, and now there is a threat. When you are forcing many things, there might be a possibility of misleading, and there might be a possibility of leading nowhere. So I thank sir for making this quality management committee for MGA. So sir, next time we would like to see you in our India Council, and there will be a lot of collaborations which we can establish and do. And today's champions, Lakshmi Joshita madam and Sumati madam, who has been instrumental, and there have been a lot of day and night works which has been done for this conferences and establishing this. The number of paper publications what we have received is mind-boggling, and we like to have many of our students to publish papers. And Brinda madam, who has instrumental in creating all the 39 societies in our campus and making this possible. So after this, we have communities. In communities, youth club Sairam established by Nehru Yuva Kendrala, we have created a youth club. Earlier, people used to have a restriction, NSS, NCC, they will have only 50 or maximum of 200 members. So Sairam has established a youth club, and we have named it as Sairam Youth for Sustainable Communities. So we like to have all of you on board. There is a huge potential which is my portal party. So election நான் வெயிட்டிங். எலெக்ஷன் பண்ணாங்க அது வந்து பொலிட்டிசைஸ் ஆயிடும். நாளை என்ன எலெக்ஷன் ஓட்டு போடாம இல்லை மென்டாலிட்டி அதிகம் கொடுத்துடலாமா? ஓட்டு போடுறது போடாதது மெயின்டைன் பண்ணி ரிப்போர்ட் சப்மிட் பண்ணணும்னு அதெல்லாம் பண்ணா அப்புறம் நீ மூச்சு விடுறது கூட மென்டாலிட்டி பார்க்கணும். நீங்கள் சார் நான் டெய்லி அமௌண்ட் அட்டென்ஸ் அண்ட் பிரீத்திங் கேன் யூ கால் அண்ட் டெல் மீ அப்படின்னு we can only guide you. So let us have a challenge. Each one of you should ensure that 10 of your surrounding people have casted their vote. Manamima, yaar gana vote. Ama vote. Nee not a vote. That's a duty. If you are not going to give anybody, can you have a challenge? Can Monday la or pledge எடுத்துட்டீங்க. Pledge voter ID la கூட ஒரு pledge எடுத்துட்டோம். I am also as a proud Indian. What are you doing? என்ன சொல்லிட்டாங்க செஞ்சுவோம். நான் See, that is the problem with today's generation. We will do what I said, but we will not care about the consequences. How many of you have done voter ID இல்லாம pledge எடுத்துட்டு பாருங்க. ஒண்ணு வெக்கமா இருக்கு சார். சபையில வச்சிருந்த மாதிரி பண்ணாதீங்க சார். So that is what the realization is. So that படிக்க மாட்டேன்னு சொல்கிறேன். அப்படி ஓகே படிக்காத போகிற அப்படின்னு சொல்ல மாட்டேன்ல, சொல்கிறது கேட்குறா, திருப்பி ட்ரை பண்ணுறாரு. 10 பேர் 8 பேர் செய்வான், 2 பேர் தான் செய்வான். The 2 is your success. So let us make this 2 days conference a fun-filled moment, learning experience, and be the change that you want to see in the world. World is a beautiful place, and you should be a better person to have a real enjoyment of that. Wish you all the best. Thank you.
Education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare it for today. The dignitary, who is the principal of Sri Sairam Engineering College and the chairman of IEEE Madras section, his remarkable contribution have led to the recognition of the institutions in the Times Higher Education Impact Ranking for exceeding US ranking and success in the IDEX Defense Hackathon, securing funding for 2 innovative ideas. We eagerly anticipate learning and your expertise and guidance. Please join me in the extending a warm welcome to the Dr. Book. Sir.
Thank you. Most respected and distinguished chief guest of today's inaugural ceremony of 2024 4th edition of International Conference on Communication, Computing and IoT, IC3IOT 2024. Dr. Bernard Lim, my dear friend, Chair-elect IEEE Madras Malaysia section, Vice President of APSCAD Global Research and Innovation Center, Penang, Malaysia. Also, he is the Chair of Region 10 ADAC, Industry Engagement and Roundtable Committee. I am proud to say that I am also part of this Region 10 Committee on Industry Engagement. And my dearest friend and respected Professor Dr. Samir, Chair IEEE Region 10 Conference Quality Management Committee, MGA representative of IEEE International Conference, and Professor of Department of ECE, NIT Calicut, and our most inspiring, dynamic, visionary leader, Chairman and CEO Dr. Sai Prakash Liyomutu, our respected Director Quality Monitoring, Dr. Paranya DIAS retired, very dynamic Dean Academics and Conference Chair of this IC3IOT 2024, my dearest Professor Dr. J. Raja, Dean Academics and HOD of IC3IOT Engineering College, Organizing Chair Professor Dr. Kesmadi, Professor Dr. Lakshmi Joshida, and the conference Program Chair, Technical Program Chair, Professor Dr. S. Brinda, who is a very active IEEE volunteer in Madras section and Region 10 level. And my dear professors, my dearest IEEE volunteers here. Very good morning. Good morning. Very good morning. It's a great honor and privilege for me to be part of this wonderful gathering on this inaugural ceremony. At the outset, I congratulate the dedicated team under the leadership of Professor Dr. J. Raja for launching this 4th edition of IEEE International Conference. We are able to see the qualitatively planned, meticulously organized and wonderfully arranged international conference. Alagiya Pookolum. When we are entering into an institution today, we got a new energy by seeing all the faces of these organizing members of this wonderful conference. Very inspiring initiatives taken by Department of ECE in collaborating, supporting the emerging departments of IoT, AML, MTech, Computer Science, Engineering, and others. It's a great day. It's a wonderful day for all of us. And I'm able to see the activities and achievements, because when we talk about IEEE, the face value is ECE. The face value for entire IEEE, Sairam IEEE given by ECE department. We need to congratulate all the efforts taken by them. From my heart, we are telling you, the entire credit goes to Department of ECE for bringing this such a wonderful ecosystem on IEEE initiatives. That's why I'm saying, as IEEE Madras Section Chair and India Council member and Region 10 committee member, when we are participating in a section congress at Ottawa or Region 10 meetings in various places, the leaders of IEEE, including Bernard and Professor Samir and all the global leaders, Professor Kathleen Kramer, who is Professor of San Diego University, and President-elect of 2024, and Professor Tom Coughlin, Professor Saifur Rahman, and Region 10 Director Dr. Lansman, and Takako, and many leaders. They personally highlighted the contributions of SIRAM in the global level. So, and we are able to see the significant contribution and benchmarking achievements of SIRAM IEEE and making 38 plus societies, councils, technical communities, and we created 2 local groups, and any new activities happened through IEEE of SIRAM, you are making a big difference. All happened because all of you, your inspirational initiative, your leadership qualities and team building capabilities. It's with the blessings of our founder chairman and visionary leader of Dr. Sai Prakash Prasad for his vision in bringing entire IEEE ecosystem into our system, teaching learning practices and social innovation related activities, entrepreneurship and startup initiatives, and innovation ecosystem, imbibability system, which all connected with IEEE activities at SIRAM, so that we are able to see and appreciate. And like Dr. P. Ramuthuvel, our distinguished alumni, who is a director of Chandrayaan 3 project, and many IEEE leaders from SIRAM, they are occupying leadership position globally. So Dr. Sambat Kumar Veeraraghavan, who is HDB past president and connected with the HK Nettakapunu. HK Nettakapunu chapter, one of the premier honored group of IEEE, which is part of SIRAM and which is one of the top 4 in Asia Pacific. In India level, it is not only one institute to have IEEE HK Nettakapunu. You must be proud about it. We need more encouragement from you. These all initiatives taken for your benefit. It is in line with the theme of IEEE of advancement of scientific community. Now, based on our activities and the contributions towards advancement of scientific community, it is in line with the vision and mission and strategic plan of SIRAM institutions. What is our core value? Giving back to the community. Giving back to the community, it's a joy of giving. The social innovation, society connected, project development, rural development is our core value of SIRAM. It is in line with the SIRAM ecosystem. So all the projects connected to engineering projects in community EPIC, all the projects connected to HTB, Humanitarian Technology Board, projects connected to special interest group on humanitarian technology side, we are able to see so many innovative projects, useful community engagement projects deployed in rural villages. And we are able to see the happiness among the rural people, people living in a rural community, when they are getting a rural electrification, when they are getting a RO water facility, we are able to see the happiness in the faces. That's only a joy of giving for all of us. That's a core value of SIRAM. So in this connection, I was able to consolidate as a section chair how many projects received by our inspiring students, faculty members of SIRAM, both SIRAM Engineering College and SIRAM Institute of Technology for the past 1 year. And if you don't believe it, it's like a work of I'm not connecting directly with the money. It's in the value behind it. It is in terms of technology. It is in terms of entrepreneurship initiative. It is in terms of connecting to the society, giving back to the community. So around, I can say, $50,000 has been transferred into SIRAM in terms of IEEE community, so that all the projects, it carries a value. We will remember our contribution to the community worldwide. Always the outcome and deliberations only will speak. History only will speak. So in this context, I congratulate each and every one of you for our achievement, contribution, for creating this wonderful success. I like to highlight one of the things before Professor Samir and Dr. Bernard and all the committee members of IEEE. It is imbibed the teaching learning practices with the support of Dean Academics. It is imbibed in the innovation ecosystem with the support of Dean Innovation. Now, we are proud to say that, like Chandrayaan 3, there will be an unmanned submarine vehicle is coming up by Government of India. It is completely indigenized. We are proud to say that as a IEEE member or as a member of SIRAM, we are part of the unmanned submarine vehicle. We are developing a autonomous system, indigenized autonomous system for unmanned submarine vehicle. Number one. Number two, another project for AVNL, heavy vehicles factory. You know Avadi? What's the expansion of Avadi in English? Not in that. Right. You just explore it. Armed vehicles. Right. So we got another opportunity to develop a control system. We studied a terminology called gyros. Gyro is a stabilizing unit, very small unit, which is imbibed into a tank, heavy vehicles, a tanker. So the operation of tanker is controlled by gyro, a very small unit which we studied in the curriculum of electronics and communication engineering, and that part is not at all completely indigenized in India now. So they are getting a gyro from Bharat Electronics Limited in Chennai, but fortunately or unfortunately, it is being imported from Russia. So now we got an opportunity, SIRAM, we got an opportunity, we are the winner of District 7 and District 10, and we are going to develop an indigenized gyro for a tanker. I was able to see that in the factory, Heavy Vehicles Limited factory at Avadi, there are 1,000 vehicles, heavy vehicles, waiting for replacement of this gyro. So count the number of what is the revenue will be generated through this. 1,000 crore order will be getting through SIRAM for defense ecosystem. So many things we can see, many achievements, what is a hackathon. Even our students, they showcase their talent at University of Technology Petronas for Asia Pacific, CIATAC, and many new things. Any new awards and achievements, I can say Meta Section Awards, India Council Awards, Talent Song Award, Richard E. Melvin Award, Larry K. Wilson Award, Epsilon Pi Award, and many more. That all your seniors, they got it. I request all of you to take part in this volunteering journey and to achieve many more milestones. I wish you all the best to achieve many more leadership positions in global. Thank you so much for inviting me to be part of this wonderful journey. Happy volunteering. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your enlightening words. Felicitation is a way of showing how grateful we are to our guest here. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to Dr. Bernard E. Wendland, Vice President and Director of AppScott Group of AS and AppScott Global Research and Innovation Center. Dr. Lim's pioneering leadership in biometric smart card technology and his significant contributions to the field of technology and innovation make him a distinguished figure deserving of our heartfelt appreciation and recognition. Now, I kindly invite Dr. Sri Sai Prakash Leomuthu sir to felicitate our chief guest, Dr. Bernard E. Wendland, with a shawl, Thiruvalluvar statue and a bouquet. Also, I invite Director Dr. R. Paraniyani sir to felicitate our chief guest with a memento. Professor Samir S.M., PhD, holds a distinguished record of service in the field of wireless communication. Notably, he has held leadership positions such as chair of IEEE Kerala section and the treasurer of IEEE India Council. Now, I invite the dignitaries to felicitate our chief guest, Professor Samir S.M., PhD, Chair IEEE Region 10, Conference Quality and Management Committee, MGA representative, with a shawl, memento, Thiruvalluvar statue, and bouquet.
distinguished dignitaries. Introducing the dignitary who is a distinguished leader in technology and innovation. As a Vice President of AppsCard Group AS, he spearheads pioneering effort in biometric smart card technology. With extensive experience in senior management roles and academic achievements, including a doctorate in business administration, he brings a unique blend of industry insight and technological expertise to his work. His leadership within professional organization underscores his commitment to advancing technology through collaboration and knowledge sharing. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Bernard K. Wim to deliver the inaugural address. Please, sir.
Good morning, everyone. So, how's everyone today? So, firstly, of course, I would like to thank you very much for the organizer. Of course, we have Dr. Pokumaran, that IEEE Madras Section Chair, inviting me here for today. We also basically, okay. Then, of course, we have our Dr. Raja, right? The Dean Academic and Issuing Department of Conference Chair. We have Prof. Dr. K. Sunki here as well. Thank you. Department of SEC, Chair of Organizing Chair. Of course, we have your Chairman and CEO of Seram Institution, Dr. Sai Prakash. It's an honor as well to be here present at your nice facility. As we drove in, I was quite impressed. The number of students here, and actually not only students here, is the energy that I see all of you here today, especially for today's conference. So I'm also motivated as well as I'm here today. Not only here presenting the address, inaugural address, but I'm also motivated to see all of you. So excited. I hope all of you are excited. I'm sure you are. That's the reason why all of you are here today. And of course, I have a good friend of mine, Prof. Dr. Samir as well, that came over here. He's actually the IEEE Region 10 Conference Quality and Management Committee. We have Dr. R. Palaniyandi, Director of Quality Monitoring, Seram Institution. And of course, Dr. Brinda, which has been helping me making myself comfortable. And actually, this was my first trip to India. I've been traveling all over the world in so many places, and I always wanted to come to India, and this is the first time I'm coming to India, and of course, I'm very honored to be here today as well. So, distinguished, we know that we have a lot of address here, papers, people, all of you are presenting your papers. All of you, I'm sure, are excited as well. I read through your program. I'm quite impressed at the number of things that you have organized over here. So, of course, I'm pleased to stand in front of you to welcome all of you here today as well, and I'm also happy to be here. So, throughout history itself, I'm coming from IEEE Malaysia section, and of course, from Malaysia, a warm welcome to all of you. I'm actually from the industry. I spent around 30 years in industry now, and I'm also here representing Region 10 Ad hoc Committee for Industrial Engagement and Roundtable. So we started some activities last year to promote industrial engagement, especially between the government and also the academicians. So yesterday we were honored as well, the arrangement of Dr. Pokumaran. We have arranged an industry day at SETS. So it was a good event. Some of you are probably there as well. Of course, at the end of the day, we will have more to come. So I'm glad that some of you are present as well. I know it's very late in the evening, traffic here, after studies, we all may go back, and it's also not very close by. So our idea here was basically to harness and also to create collaboration. And one of the things that you are here with the IC3IOT conference, or IEEE conference, is to create this avenue for collaboration among all of you. Each of you came out and studied your own papers. I'm very sure that not all of you know what your other friends are actually doing as well. And the purpose of such conference is for you to not only share your knowledge, but also to learn from others. And these are things that what is very important to all of us. And I'm glad that all of you are here, and I also was quite impressed just now when Dr. Raja shared about the number of paper submission. This is impressive. Typically, these type of numbers are seen in IEEE flagship conferences. Typically not seen in type of local conferences, but are really flagship worldwide conference. And when we have 700 papers submitted, that's impressive. So if you give a clap to yourself, to the organizer. So and the acceptance rate is also very low. So which is actually the quality level that I maintain very high. So that is also very important, right? So I know that all of you are working very hard for your papers itself. This area of computing, communications and IoT is very key. I, from the industry, from the practical sense, I do a lot of work in this area. The company that I started up as a co-founder right now, I basically started from 5 people as a technology startup. So I've been in industry and I moved over to technology startups. So we are dealing with things like blockchains, and we are dealing with actually not only computer as a large, I'm actually building computer in a card form, very small, right? So these are things that challenges that we face today. So what is most important thing is that we need to know where we are and how we move forward. And one of the things that why we are able to move forward is because of innovation. That's why yesterday's industrial engagement was to focus on innovation. So innovation is actually not merely creating a new gadget, so each of one of us, or technology. It's about solving most pressing challenges among facing humanity. And some of the things that Dr. Pukran mentioned just now was about, contributing back to society. So all of you presenting your paper, but preparing and studying of your paper and presenting not only for yourself, but also others as well. And you're contributing back to society. And like IoT itself is contributing either to society, to company, to industry. And recently I was at an event in Singapore 2 weeks ago. And one of the IoT devices that they have made is basically to resolve one of the biggest problems of the world today is things like earthquake, building collapse. How do people actually go and access to those areas? So you know what they did? They actually basically developed an embedded solution and then mounted on a cockroach. Right? A small cockroach that is about 15 gram weight, and the IoT device that was mounted on it is actually 20 gram. And the purpose is actually to do mapping and to identify any casualties in a rumble or a building that is collapsed. So these are things that not only making money, but also to help humanity as well. So I'm glad that a lot of you will come out with impressive ideas. IEEE today celebrated, actually this year we are celebrating 140 years. So you should be impressed if you're an IEEE member. The organization has been around for 140 years already. IEEE was founded by the industry, and a lot of technology and devices, including there are some people, even a lot from India as well, have basically part of the early contribution as well. So a lot of this, what we have and what we enjoy today are coming from our founders of IEEE. Things like, for example, electricity. And I think one of the most common devices that I'm very sure 100% all of you would need. If you don't need it, then basically I do not know how you're going to communicate, which is the Wi-Fi standard, right? Bluetooth standards and all developed by IEEE. So if you don't have those two, I do not know, maybe we don't have this conference anymore, right? How do you communicate from device to device, device to system, right? So it's important that we know, and of course one of the largest organizations in the world is IEEE, is 470,000. So I'm quite impressed earlier when Dr. Sai actually highlighted, some of the your staff have highlighted the number of technical societies that you're part of. I'm quite impressed. I've never seen so far, I travel a lot to IEEE, I've never seen an organization have so many technical societies. I'm part of 4 technical societies myself, but not as many as them, right? I'm more in the semiconductor. I'm also in packaging as well, right? So I've also contributed a lot in the technical society, but I'm impressed by all of you. Please continue to strive towards it, and at the end of the day, this is in your own specialty of your area. So now, of course, not forgetting that all of you are here today, right? IEEE, one of the things that we do is actually the field of dedicating ourselves to engineering, electronics, and also related discipline, which most of you are related. So anyway, has been a great pleasure of me standing here in front of me today to extend, and of course to welcome all of you today, and also welcoming me also to here. And of course, I know that a lot of you have a full day of afternoon presentation. So I'm sure that all of you are excited about it, to share your knowledge, and also you need to be challenged by the questions that's been asked as well. So to me, at the end of the day, don't be afraid, because if you are confident on what you are prepared to do in the afternoon, then you're prepared to answer. And at the end of the day, I know how you all feel, because when I did my defense in my doctorate, it's the same thing as well. There are no better people or expert beside yourself. You are the expert of your own field and your own paper. So therefore, I'm sure that all of you will do very well. So of course, I'm glad that the dedication and passion from all of you today, especially contributing. So anyway, before I end, I would like to request or to ask all of you is let's continue to collaborate, to learn, and to inspire one another today as well, as we strive for a future where technology serves as a force for good of the world today. Thank you very much.
Today marks a significant moment as we gather to release the conference proceeding, the compilation of the individual research and insight shared during our event. Without further ado, I invite the chief guest, Dr. Bernard T. Wainwright and Professor Sami to release the proceeding. Also, all the dignitaries on the stage to receive the first copies of these proceedings. Let's celebrate the culmination of our collective efforts and the knowledge within these pages.
Thank you so much, dignitaries. It's my honor to introduce the dignitary who is the chair of IEEE Region 10 Conference Quality and Management Committee, MGA representative to IEEE Conference Committee, and professor in the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering at the National Institute of Technology, Calicut. With a distinguished career in wireless communication, his contributions have significantly shaped the field. His leadership roles within IEEE, including Chair of IEEE Kerala Section and Treasurer of IEEE India Council, demonstrate his commitment to advancing technology and fostering collaboration. Please join me in welcoming Professor Samir SM as he delivers his felicitation speech. Please, sir.
Thank you. It's for the kind introduction. Distinguished guests, On the dais, the President of the function, Dr. Sai Prakash Yomatu, the Chairman and CEO of the group, Mr. Bernard Lee, the Chair-elect of Malaysia section, Professor Porkumaran, Principal, Dr. Sumati, the Conference Chair, Dr. Raja, the Dean Academic and HOD of the Department AC, Dr. R. Palanianti, the Director of Quality Monitoring in Sairam Institutions, Professor Brinda, the Technical Program Committee Chair, other distinguished guests, faculty members, students, the delegates of the conference, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to all of you. It's my proud privilege to be here with all of you today as part of the inaugural ceremony of this prestigious international conference on communication, computing and IoT systems. IEEE Madras section is one of the biggest sections of IEEE in terms of membership and also in terms of activities, especially the number of conferences organized by IEEE Madras section is one of the highest globally every year. And Professor Raja was mentioning today morning that even today there are 2 other conferences happening in Madras, city alone, 2 other institutions. So when we have a large number of conferences happening, there will be concerns on the quality of the events also. So globally, IEEE conducts about 2,200 conferences every year. Out of that, about 50% or 55% of conferences will be technically co-sponsored by 1 or more IEEE societies or IEEE sections. And these are conferences mainly organized by academic institutions. And we all have the practice of publishing more and more papers. We want our research work to get published in good conferences. So therefore, IEEE makes it mandatory that certain quality checks and metrics are put in place for all these conferences. And at IEEE Region 10, we have Conference Quality and Management Committee, which I chair. We conduct training programs for the potential conference organizers across IEEE Region 10 sections on matters related to the conference quality, like the technical program quality, publication quality, then financial management aspects, the review process, the post-conference processing, etc. So one of the important aspect is that we try to have the conference topics aligned to the technical domain of IEEE. One of the major issues that we come across when the conference proceedings are submitted for publication in IEEE Explore is that many of the topics are not aligned to the IEEE's domain of technical interest. Like I said, about 2,200 conferences are conducted every year, and about 2,100 conference proceedings will be coming up every year to IEEE for publishing in IEEE Explore Digital Library. And out of that, about and all these proceedings will be checked by artificial intelligence-based tool as well as a third-party vendor, and we get about 300 to 400 conference proceedings flagged for various quality-related issues, and they will come to a review committee in which I am also a member, and this is called Technical Program Integrity Committee. And this committee will have to go through each of these proceedings very carefully, and we will collect all the information related to the conference from the conference organizers regarding the conduct of conference, the review process, the selection of papers, plagiarism, and all these information. And then we make a decision to either accept this conference proceedings as it is, or reject this conference proceedings altogether, which means all the papers in the conferences, even if there are 250 papers submitted, and if there are only issues in 50 papers, all 250 will be. And sometimes an opportunity will be given for the organizers to re-review this conference proceedings and submit again after the review, after removing the papers which are having quality concerns. But we will not tell which are the papers are having quality concerns. The organizers have to identify the papers which are having quality issues again by looking at all these papers, and then remove the papers and resubmit it, which will again go through one more rigorous review process, and again it will be either accepted or rejected. So, I am sorry to say that some of the conferences proceedings coming from India are quite frequently flagged because of quality issues, India and China also. It is mainly because the number of conferences that we organize are quite large. So naturally there will be some kind of concerns. But again, another aspect is that, as I mentioned earlier, the domain of the conference has to be as specific as possible, rather than having an international conference on engineering, science and technology, where you will accept papers from all the areas. Many of them are outside the domain of IEEE, you are likely to encounter issues. So therefore, the conferences of this kind, which we are having today, like very focused conference on communication, computing, IoT, which are core domains of electronics and computer science, are kind of conferences which are welcomed by IEEE. The other point is the quality of organizers. Now we have this conference organized by the core IEEE Madras section leadership, along with Sairam, and they are kind of the intersection set is quite big. So therefore, there is absolutely no concern on the processes that are followed for this particular conference, and that makes this particular conference one of the topmost conferences in terms of quality. Professor Ali has mentioned regarding the plagiarism levels, thresholds that we have set. The acceptance ratio is quite good, and all these aspects. Yeah. So I'm visiting this college for the first time, and it was great to know about the philosophy of this college, the academic environment that you maintain, and I got the opportunities to interact with some faculty members and the management directly, the chairman and CEO of this institute, who is very passionate about the academic environment in this institute and IEEE activities in particular. Now, I've visited so many colleges. I haven't come across the CEO or the chairman of the college so passionate about the technical activities happening in the college. So they generally look at the administrative aspects, and it is generally hard time for the principal and the professors to convince the management that IEEE is a very important society, and the technical activities are of paramount importance for the growth of the children and things like that. So you are really fortunate to have such a dynamic and visionary leadership for this institute, and I'm sure that this will grow to further greater heights in the years to come. And needless to say, the Madras section chair, Professor Bokumaran, is always a well-known figure in IEEE, and he happens to be the principal of your college. So, as far as the IEEE volunteers are considered, you can't ask for more than this kind of a leadership for a college, and I'm so happy, and surely I'll be able to quote this as an example in places where I go. So one general question that I generally ask when I interact with students when I go to other colleges is like, how many of you have visited other colleges in Tamil Nadu? Some other colleges. Okay, so we have about 20 or 25. How many of you have visited? Thank you. How many of you have visited colleges outside Tamil Nadu? Okay, so we have slightly less, maybe 15. Okay, so see, you may see today and tomorrow that many faculty members from other colleges, from outside your institute and outside Tamil Nadu will be coming here for presenting their research work, interacting with the fellow researchers in that particular area, and having some exchange of ideas, thoughts, which may continue, after this conference also, right? So like that, as students, you also should go to other institutions whenever you get an opportunity. What way you get an opportunity? You will be able to participate in the technical fest, the arts festival, the conferences or workshops or something like that, and make it a point that at least you visit another institution in the same state at least once in a year, and during the entire BTech program, at least 2 times you try to visit a college outside the state, so that you will be able to interact with people of different culture, talent, and competencies, and you will be able to make friendships, and you will be able to have networking, which is one of the prime motive of IEEE, and this will also fetch to plan your career goals. Basically, you may join with some others who are kind of interested in this domain and have a startup later. So therefore, this is a kind of very important aspect. And to Madras section also, I have a request. And today we have Bernard with us, and Malaysia section is one of the. It's not a big section; it's a medium section, right? So, but they are one of the biggest sections in whole of IEEE in terms of organizing top top conferences of the technical societies and the IEEE Region 10 flagship conferences. So they have organized one of the biggest conferences in communication, which rarely comes outside US, which is GlobeCon, right? So these conferences will not just come to a place, it will require lots and lots of effort and infrastructure facilities, and I think, and then many times they have organized the Region 10 flagship conferences like 10Con, then Humanitarian Technology Conference. They are all going to organize again 10Con in the coming years. So, being one of the bigger sections, I request Madras section also to seriously bid for the Region 10 flagship conferences and organize one of the flagship conferences, one of the 3 conferences of Region 10, and maybe bid for some technical societies conference, and perhaps Kerala section also will join with you in organizing jointly some flagship conferences of societies. And I was just telling your chairman also that one last point I would like to say to all students is that we all will be going to profession in very soon time, maybe in another 1 year, maybe 5 years we'll go in the coming this year itself, and we will very soon go. And we all have been told that lifelong learning is very important, it's quite important. But at the same time, you are going to earn money, right? So financial planning is also very important. So right now, while in the college itself, do some studies, have some courses on financial planning, because
we have seen that many students who you just get lots of money upon joining, they don't know how to spend that money. Incidentally, I've seen, I've just read very recent statistics that 80% of the people who have won lotteries and jackpots have become bankrupt in the next 10 years. That is because they receive lots of money suddenly without any planning, and they really do not know how to spend those money. And lots of friends will come, lots of activities will start, new activities will start, lot of habits will start, and soon the money will just, gets translated into products and events, and you will become bankrupt. And therefore it is very important that we all should have a decent financial discipline which can be acquired only through formal training. So, thank you so much for this opportunity, and I'm sure that today and tomorrow we'll have great technical deliberations in this conference, and I wish all the delegates a great time, and request students also to make most of these opportunities by attending these technical sessions. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your enriching words. Excellence is not an act, but a habit. With this quote now, let us welcome Dr. R. Palniati, sir, retired IAS, Director of Quality Monitoring, Sri Sai Institution, to deliver his special address.
Good morning to all. I feel I am the odd man out here. In the midst of so many technicians, just I am a journalist standing before you. I thank our beloved esteemed Chairman and CEO, Dr. Sai Prakash, for this wonderful opportunity given to me. I also thank Dr. Bernard T., Professor Sami, our Principal Dr. Urkomaran, Dr. Raja, Dean, and Dr. Sumadi, Department of ECE, and Dr. Birna, Department of ECE, all the HODs, faculty members, and dear students for this nice meeting. I would like simply ask a question. This week, on Friday, we are all going to vote. How do we do that? Do we have ballot papers or do we use machines? Do you have ballot papers? We use electronic EVMs, machines, long back. Who invented the EVM? The doctor? The lawyer? Only engineers in Bangalore, our own country, they invented the EVMs. And it is famous all over the world. Even today the Supreme Court has ruled that EVMs are very effective unless humanly manipulated. So society is moving ahead always. Have you heard of 1.0? What is 1.0 in industry? 2.0. 1.0 is invention of steam engine. 2.0 is electricity. Next one, computers. 4.0, artificial intelligence. 5.0, will there be a 5.0? Will there be one? Sure. It is a known unknown. Please never forget that term. There are many known unknowns. It's a known unknown. A few among you may be involved in inventing what will be 5.8. At the same time, the growth, the pace, the speed has not been organic. Very slow, has not been slow. It is exponential. It is very exponential, very fast. Many a time it changes the world. The machines and the tools the engineers invent have enormous capacity to transform the world. If it is in the hands of good leaders, it will benefit mankind. If it lands in the hands of an ineffective or selfish leader, it will spoil humankind. It will bring misery. Who invented atom bomb? Is it useful? Yes, sir. But what happened after Second World War? America had only 2 atom bombs. They wanted to test it. They used Japan to test whether the atom bombs are effective or not. So science, technology produce engineers, they produce tools. There is a question of means and ends. What is the end? A tool is not an end. Tool is a means to an end. The end will be uniting humankind, human beings. Removing the sufferings of everyone, irrespective of race, caste, religion, color. Ultimately, the end will be serving humanity. Any tool is a mean to achieve the end of promoting unity, eradicating hunger and disease, removing poverty, protecting environment. The ends are many. You as budding engineers, you are going to shape the world tomorrow. A few among you may become great leaders using the tools available. You may aspire for a technical job, become an engineer. Some of you may aspire for administrative job, administering the whole industry, managerial powers, make the policy maker. You may become a policy maker. Who decides which tool should you use? Where should you use? You may aspire for it. Ultimately, now you learn a lot of learning outcomes. When you go out, what will matter? The output will matter. What is the output you produce? For which, joining a society like an organization like IC3IOT, which is very renowned, will be of help to you. Never be isolated. Never be alone. However talented you are, only when you are the part of an organization, you are powerful. Please remember it. One may be a very capable surgeon, very effective surgeon, but if he is sitting in the house, who will use his capacity? Only when he becomes the part of an organization, with the infrastructure, with the manpower, with other assistants, his talent will come out. Always try to be a part of an organization and also through a bigger organization, state level, national level, international level. Try to be a member of one of the powerfully effective organizations internationally, which will serve you and also the human society. IEEE is one such opportunity. Please make use of the opportunity become the member of societies in IEEE and contribute for your own growth and for growth of mankind and science. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you so much for your inspiring words, sir. As we conclude the inaugural ceremony of our event, it's essential to acknowledge the efforts and support that have brought us to this moment. In the words of William Butler, feeling gratitude and not expressing it is like wrapping a present and not giving it. So, with that sentiment in mind, I now invite Dr. S. Brinda Ma'am, IEEE Student Branch Council and Media Society Madras Section Chairman, IEEE SPS Madras Section Vice Chairman, and Professor E.C. to deliver the vote of thanks, expressing our gratitude to all who have contributed to the success of this summit. Please, ma'am.
Good morning, everyone present here. So we have come to the end of the inaugural session. Happy? Yes. So I take immense pleasure in proposing the vote of thanks for this international conference on communication, computing and Internet of Things. This is the fourth version of the conference we are organizing in the Department of ECE, Sri Sai Ram Engineering College. And I am proud to say that I am part of this conference continuously. And as a member of this IEEE Madras section, as a SAT chair and chairman of IEEE VTS Madras section chapter, and student branch counselor of Sri Sai Ram Engineering College. I extend my sincere thanks to all of you for gracing this with your presence at this remarkable international conference, IC3IOT 2024. Definitely your participation has truly made this event a resounding success. First, I would start my thank you note with the distinguished chief guest. I would like to express my deepest appreciation to our distinguished chief guest, Dr. Bernard Lim, Chair-elect, IEEE Malaysia section, for honoring us with their presence and delivering the insightful remarks that have enriched our understanding and inspired us for excellence. Thank you, sir. And it is with utmost gratitude that I extend my sincere appreciation to Professor Dr. Samir, Chair, IEEE Region 10 Conference, Quality and Management Committee, and MGA representative to IEEE Global, and Professor of NIT EC Department. And his expertise and wisdom have left an indelible mark on our conference, and we are deeply thankful for his invaluable contributions. Thank you, sir. Once again, I extend my hearty thanks to our esteemed CEO, Chairman sir, for their visionary leadership and unwavering support in spearheading initiatives that foster innovation and collaboration in the field of IEEE. Thank you, sir. I extend my acknowledgement the invaluable contributions of our director, whose guidance and foresight have been instrumental in shaping the vision and direction of the conference. Thank you, sir. I extend my deepest gratitude to your esteemed principal, Chairman IEEE Madras section, and General Chair of this IC3IOT 2024. For his unwavering support and encouragement throughout this journey of organizing this conference. His vision and leadership have been instrumental in providing us with a platform to host such a prestigious event. We are profoundly thankful for their guidance and inspiration which have been pivotal in shaping the success of this conference. Thank you, sir. I extend my gratitude for the head of the department, Dean Academies, for championing initiatives that promote knowledge and sharing, collaboration, and all the activities under IEEE. Thank you, sir. I would be remiss if I did not express my hearty thanks, appreciation to the organizing team and volunteers of this conference who have worked tirelessly behind the success of this conference to ensure the seamless execution of every aspect of this conference. Definitely, your dedication and hard work have not gone unnoticed, and it is because of your efforts this event has been such an resounding success. Thank you, team. And for all the student team members whose enthusiasm and energy have infused this conference with vitality and fresh perspectives, I extend my sincere thanks. Your contributions have been invaluable and your dedication serves as a shining example to all of us. Thank you, student teams. And to all the participants, a hearty thanks to all of you for making this conference today, and your active engagement, insightful questions and willingness to share your knowledge have made this event a truly enriching and rewarding experience for this day. Thank you all. And I extend my deepest gratitude to all the session chairs for their exemplary leadership and commitment to ensuring the smooth conduct of each session to be initiated in the afternoon and tomorrow morning. Thank you all. And lastly, my sincere thanks and appreciation to all the reviewers for their meticulous evaluation and of abstracts, papers and presentation. Your expertise and thoughtness have upheld the quality standards of this conference, and we have invited the quality conference chair from region 10. So definitely we have to assure the quality of the conference. We will do it. Thank you all for accepting and reviewing the papers. And a special note to our management, Boris sir, for his unwavering support and guidance throughout this planning and execution of the conference. As we conclude this enriching gathering, the inaugural session of this IC3IOT 2024, let us carry forward the knowledge and the connections made to our further collective pursuit of excellence and innovation. So thank you once again to each and every one of you for your contribution to the success of this international conference. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I request two volunteers to give a feedback. Participants and students are asked to maintain silence. Students are asked to go for the break and kindly get assembled exactly by 11:40. Registered participants are asked to collect the lunch token at the registration desk and kindly assemble at this venue. Once again I repeat, registered participants are asked to collect their lunch token and kindly assemble this venue.
you.